Good morning, everyone. This is Jennifer Sanchez. You are watching the Wise Morning Coffee Chat Show. We are super excited. That was like an abrupt cut with the music, but I just like turn it off. um, I'm the founder of the Women's Institute of Self Development Efficacy, WISE for short. This is a show about conversation, motivation. I say three things: inspiration, conversation, motivation, right?
Amen.
And we love to bring amazing guests on this show. We like to highlight women that are in the community or just amazing entrepreneurs. Who am I? What does WISE do? We put on retreats, conferences, networking events. We have coaching programs. We also have a membership community. So we do all these great things to help women elevate, become unshakable, faith-filled, purpose-driven is what I say. So that's
Amen.
who we are.
Yes.
I'm gonna pass it over to Kim so that she could introduce herself to the viewers, and then Clarybelle.
Good morning, Wise community. I am so excited to be here. As I always am on Monday. It's such a jolt of caffeine. It's better than caffeine. Let me just tell you, just so that we can meet these lovely ladies that come on the show. My name is Kimberly Montesinos. I'm the owner of Crystal Clear Cleaning. I'm also a marketing rep for Melaleuca, which is an online, all-natural, non-toxic store that you can shop at, just like you would go to Sam's or Costco, but much better selection of products for your home. So, and I also love co-hosting and helping with the networking events and in the WISE community. I love connecting women, meeting women, hearing their stories. And this is one of the best shows we have streaming.
Yay. Girl, you say that.
Oh,
You say
excited.
that.
So I'm just excited and privileged that Jennifer has me as her co-host on this show. And this morning we have an amazing guest, Clarybelle, and I'm going to just let her tell you all about her beautiful self.
Oh, hey girls. Good morning. Thanks for having me. It's early, but I'm here. Um, yeah, so my name is Clarybelle Camacho. I am just a jack of all trades. And you ladies know me, so you guys kind of see a little bit of what I do. But first and foremost, I'm a woman of God, and a lot of things that I do, I couldn't do it without God. And I have to say that I always have to honor Him first. I'm a wife for 7 years. I'm a mom of a 2-year-old girl, and I'm a fitness instructor, and I work in the community. I have 2 organizations right now. So yeah, I'm full force. I'm going. I'm in the season, and I'm going.
I heard that. I
We're,
heard that.
we're not surprised because we know whose daughter you are.
Man, oh man, I know. I'm my mother. It is, and it is okay. I'm learning to say it is okay.
Oh, you're so cute. So tell us a little bit about the organizations. I know you have a beautiful project, and what's the other
Yes.
one called
So
again?
I'm a fitness instructor.
Okay.
And so now I'm moving it on. It's kind of became a movement, and I didn't do this myself. This was, it was just like the girls, like we came together. And so it's kind of going to go based off what a beautiful project is. So a beautiful project is something that I planted when I was 17 years old. And it is an act of service. So it is a group of women coming together. We volunteer in the community, and then we host educational workshops. We bring women like you guys to come on and give us workshops to educate us. But a lot of things that we do and what our core is in the community. Get out of the 4 walls, and we're in the community. We have been able to serve the Black and Brown community out in Chicago. So Pilsen, Little Village, Cicero. We have been a lot right now. We have been south, and we've been working with women's shelters right now with the migrants, bringing donations to them, working with and partnering with a lot of organizations to help and to show up. And so we come as a team, a group of women. Hey, how can we help? What do we need to collect? School supplies, feminine hygiene, kids things. So we get down and dirty. So we're like, I'm trying to connect and email, and I know you girls know you guys are in business, but like when you have to sit and figure out the connections and the partnerships, and So yeah, I've been doing that. So that's what a beautiful project does. That we just show up in the community and try to be a light wherever there's darkness. And that's been the mission since day one. Yeah.
Wow. And you started this at 17
Girl.
years
Yes.
old?
This was a seed that God planted in me at 17.
Wow.
I started, there's a backstory to that. And I tell people all the time, things change. God is gonna give you something and it changed. The logo changed, the colors change, the team changes, it changes. But yeah, at 17, it was a seed God planted in me. At a really young age, I've always been really like a go-getter. And I had my mom and my grandmother as a beautiful example. But I was always that kid that was like, what's next? You know,
right.
Like what, I know there's more to life. And the backstory to that is, my childhood wasn't the greatest. My parents divorced young and we struggled with my mom, a mom of 4, and she was in school. And so I'm so proud of her, but she was in school a lot. And so my siblings and we grew up together and had to do things together and on our own independently. And so school was my escape. I got involved in a lot of things in community and teams and sports. And so I didn't grow up in a good environment. And so I was around a lot of kids my age that weren't like-minded like me. A lot of them didn't have, I had friends that were single moms pregnant at 16, so I'm like, there has to be more to life. Like, I know there's more to life. I know there's something more. And so I prayed. I prayed all the time. I said, God, who am I? Where you want me to go? How do I get there?
Amen.
And so I remember God telling me in church, the service, I need you to create a community of service. And I didn't start hands-on. It became a beauty blog. I started talking like this on a Facebook. I created a page and I just started talking. I didn't know what God was going to use me or use that community for. And there it built, hey, let's all go to the movies. Hey, let's all do this, the group of girls that I created there. And then it became like, oh, we got to do more, Yeah. I mean, there's so much to that. But yeah, then the prom dresses came in with that. We started giving to the prom at my high school. And then I was able to serve two girls from sex trafficking.
Wow.
A mother, a couple teen moms, and we were able to serve a girl that her house just burned down. And in that, when we got the emails, me and my sister, I'm reading these emails, and it was just to bring dresses to the school. This was our first act of service, to bring dresses to the school. And when I got these emails, these really dark, deep emails, I cried. I was like 19 at this point. I was sobbing, and I'm like, this is bigger than me. People need help.
Yes.
And we just went out, put a flyer up, and we got all these emails of how these young girls are struggling. Girl, we got them tickets for prom, makeup artists. We made this a thing. And so that's how a beautiful project became a beautiful project. And so we never stopped. I've been going everywhere we're needed. I show up. Anything that there's an we need this. There's people, and we're gonna find them, and we're gonna get them. And so that's how it's been. Yeah.
Wow, what it's amazing to hear that at 17 that amount of responsibility was put on you. Well, and you were able to handle it, right? Like a boss. Like that's what's amazing about it, because one of the things about, organizations or serving or doing things for the community, like that's a big responsibility. People don't realize the responsibility that comes with launching something. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna do something for nilly-willy. And then when you really see the response and people reacting, and you're like,
that
whoa,
part. Yeah.
Whoa, right?
Yeah.
I exactly know what you're talking about. So kudos to you for starting, that organization.
Yes.
I know I've seen some of the organizations. I don't know, Kim, if you've been to any of her events. I mean, I've been to some of the events.
I've only sent money through her mom.
You have. Thank you so much.
But I haven't actually been. But this is what I said to the community, why I love having people on, as close as I am to your mother. Hearing it from you, hearing it from your mouth is like so inspiring.
Yeah.
Because I like realizing, oh my God, you started that at 17. Like I forgot that. And just like Jennifer said, because both of you are young, inspirational women. This is what attracted me to Jennifer, 10 years ago when I met her. It's to see that kind of strength and courage and not letting society or that gremlin or the devil, whatever that negative, whatever words you want to use for that negative spirit to stop you.
People, but then, and it's even close people will try to stop you. I've heard it all.
Amen.
I've heard it all.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go into, I know we forgot we haven't done coffee time. I know we went straight into talking with Clarybelle.
Oh, I know.
We got in.
We got into it.
We got deep.
We started getting deep right off the bat. Right off the bat. Go, Clarybelle, share with us, what are you drinking this morning? And
y'all, don't laugh. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I am drinking coffee today. I have my days. I got my Frida cup for y'all.
It's so pretty.
Because we love some Frida. This is Ross, $4. I love a good deal. I'm drinking medium roast coffee, and I drink with oat milk. That's it. Do not put sugar in my coffee. Do not play around with my coffee. I don't want a tall, teeny, weeny sprinkle. I don't care. Give me coffee and get me out of there. I just don't get it. I don't get it. The hardest job today is them baristas. Okay. That is the hardest job.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for them, especially.
I do too.
We'll go up
a shot of this and that.
Stressing somebody's kid out. Come on.
Yeah. Kim, what are you drinking this morning?
I'm gonna have to change how I be stressing kids out now.
Kim, let me hear it. But
no, at home, when I'm not stressing people out at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, I have all this calm this morning because this weekend my family put me through they've been running me. I had a great time, but running. But I also have a medium roast, and I love oat milk. So I have a caramel oat milk because I've switched out of drinking regular milk. So I only drink oat or almond milk.
For sure.
Because I have to. Now I'm trying to unincorporate sugar in my diet as much as possible. So no sugar.
That's awesome. I'm actually drinking coffee today. No tea. I was like, I need coffee to wake up. I got hazelnut Dunkin' coffee in my California cup. From my mama. My mama gave me a California cup. So
I love that.
Yeah, that's what we have this morning. So this is great. And for those that are watching, you guys know this is a interactive show. Feel free to comment, chat, share what you're drinking this morning. I'm a big believer that you get to know someone's personality by how they drink their coffee and what they put in it. It's exciting. It's like, how do you drink your coffee? And then you hear something crazy like, oh, I put ginger,
white mocha.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So turmeric, like, oh, okay, cool, right?
Right.
So, but it's funny because wait until your daughter, Clarybelle, because right now she's a baby. She's what, 2 maybe?
2 years old.
She's 2, right? She just turned 2.
She just turned 2 in June. Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday to baby.
Oh, thank you.
Wait until she's 13, and it's the thing to get Starbucks, and it's like, oh yeah, put 1 pump of this and sweet cream foam.
Oh my God, because you have a teenager. You have a teenager, right?
I do, and she drives me nuts sometimes with the coffee. Like she was the one that was like, oh, drink it like this, Mom, and I'm
that's
like,
my sister. Yep. The
like,
TikTok. I'm like, Susie, I don't want that. I don't want that in my stomach. Come on now. No, it's too much.
It doesn't get easier because I have a 23-year-old.
Yeah.
And she teaches me stuff when we go. She even matchas and all these other things that I
I learned
with Carla. Yeah. She's like or cold brew. She's a big cold brew girl. So yes, it doesn't it gets higher as they get older.
Yeah. Jennifer, like you said, you can kind of tell a person with their coffee. And I'm like, yeah, you probably can. I'm a simple girl. So like I'm always back to the basic. I don't like change a lot. Or change kind of it scares me a little bit. Like cookies and cream, been eating that my whole life. Coffee, I just want plain coffee and just a little bit of cream or a little bit of milk. Not too much. I mean, I stick to the same things because it makes me feel safe. It makes me feel right.
Stability, stability, safety. I get that, and rhythm,
right, exactly.
So I am a person of habit, so I get that.
Yes,
that's
like I have a way that I do
I do
things.
things. Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because even like my manager at work, she said it. She's like, "You do when you come home or come to work, you put this down, you go make your coffee, you go to the bathroom, and then you grab your coffee and your water."
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I have a pattern of how I do things. So it does give me like control and comfort.
That part. Yeah, that's what it is. I'll try things. Like I don't mind trying things, switching things up a little bit. But for the most part, I'm a pretty much the same kind of girl. You're gonna get me the same all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Wow.
And that's good because then you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
You know what? That even goes with like, I don't know, integrity to me. Like when you straight up and you're the same person and you're
Right.
always,
Amen.
That's right. That's right. I'm big on first impressions. I'm big on and I am, and I know people have their days, but man, I've had my days, and I don't ever disrespect nobody. I don't ever come out of line. Like I have my moments, and I always come back, and I'm myself. So yeah, for sure, sure, girl.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother coffee chat.
That's a whole conversation. No, it is. Yeah, I mean, I get like there's personalities, and sometimes you have to magnify your personality and adjust your personality for certain scenarios, right? Like, I'm not gonna act the way I act around wise women the way I act around work. Like that's just I have to balance it out. There's no way that you gotta act. But integrity though, it's like do what you say what you mean, like keep it the same though, right?
Keep it the same.
I find it such a turn off when someone doesn't have integrity. It is like the biggest turn off to me. It's like,
no,
dude, like just say
the ego. Yeah, totally.
But okay.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna put a little spin on it.
Go ahead, Kim.
Okay, because I like to do that. Right. So I understand what you're saying, but what I do love more is authentic. I can't say the word. When I was young, I had a little bit. Sometimes those bad words would just slip on out a little bit quicker. But I would say I want you to be authentic. So if you're a B, you know what I mean? A biatch. There we go. If you're a biatch, but if you straight up, this person is a biatch because they're authentically who they are. I would rather deal with that than someone who appears to be sugar.
Someone that mask it all.
They are just not. So authenticity, I've learned as I've gotten older. Even if we're dealing with the bougie girl, but we know what we're dealing with.
We know what we're dealing with for sure.
I'm good with that because then I know how to work with that.
Right.
It's harder for me, and everybody's different, and I do respect that because respect is first and foremost. I do respect that more. So that's why I like to talk about being authentic, because I think we scramble. What does authentic mean? That you're a goody two shoes? No, it's who are you?
It's who are you? How are you showing up in the spaces that
show up who you are, so we can get to see you.
You for you. That's true. And I see if I like the coffee or not.
Right. And if I don't, I have to drink it, right?
Exactly. And I have a choice.
That's good. I like that thought. Like you're right. I never really thought of it. See, I thought like being authentic, at the end of the day, that's who you are. So I like that, regardless if that's something that you might not like.
Right.
It's true. Yeah.
Because look at
everybody's a cup of tea. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. How many women have you saved, Jennifer, because they were able to be authentic with you? Had they not been authentic with you and Clarybelle in your communities, in what you do to help people find themselves, they have to be authentic first where they're at. That doesn't mean you don't evolve. When you met me, I was my authentic self, but I have evolved from that, Kim, even 10 years ago. One being, which I always like to brag about with Jennifer, is boundaries.
Yeah.
I was really bad with them when I first met, but I evolved from that. I'm still authentic in Kim. It's just an evolution of Kim.
For sure.
I would have never been able to really absorb that had I not been authentic. If I would have went to Jennifer like, oh girl, I got boundaries. Yeah, I know. I know. I wouldn't have learned. Yeah. I had to be raw and authentic in that class, in that cohort, to learn from that cohort and to better myself. Had I not been authentic, it goes here and goes out there. Right? So that's why I say show up. I'm really big on that. I'd like to have a speech on. I did speak on that in WESOs once. Being authentic is really, really important. Just be who you are, then you know what you need and you know what you don't need. It
Mm-hmm.
goes both ways, right? You know who you need, what you need, and you evolve all the time. Just like you said, Clarybelle, like I'm not big on change. I would have never known that because you're such an evolutionary. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jennifer is very revolutionary change and stuff, but in her day life, you both have healthy habits.
Healthy habits. Discipline. Yeah. That's where the discipline, the
They're
consistency comes
disciplined.
in.
We need that. We need
Yeah.
discipline, you know?
Yeah.
So that was just my little.
No, I love that.
that was good.
That's good. No, it's true. And a lot of people, I think women, I've been able to connect with a lot of women. I know you ladies too. And a lot of women don't know who they are.
No.
They don't.
No.
And I always tell people, how do you, like, I get the questions like, how do I find my purpose, and how do I become more myself, or I don't know what I want to do and I don't know who I am. You gotta sit, honey, you gotta have to sit with yourself.
Sit with yourself.
You ever like sit and look in the mirror and like really look in your eyes and like just look at yourself, like sit with yourself. And the thing is that we're constantly hearing things, we're constantly seeing things on our phone. And if we actually sit with ourselves and we take time to cry things out, to just be, right? Then you know who you are. Then when someone comes and tells me, oh, that's how you are. No, I'm not.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
That's perception, right? That's how you might perceive me. That's not who I am.
Exactly.
You know.
Amen.
That's one of the great things that I kind of, especially now going back to and I'm going to talk about this, like going back to like corporate America, working there at 9 to 5. Like I don't cram. Like you guys know, I'm a faith-based girl. I love my relationship with God. It's me and him, and I struggle. Like
everybody,
I'm a brat.
Everybody,
I'm a brat to God. God knows it. You know, sometimes
and He knows it.
And He knows it, right?
And He knows it.
And I deviate, and I get mad at Him, and I'm like, nah, like this ain't cool, right? And that's my personality, but that's my relationship with Him. But I don't cram that down people's throats, right? At work,
of course.
I have to be mindful of like, oh, you know, in maybe in this community wise, it's more acceptable, right? That I could talk about my faith and be open about it, do it on my social media. But then when I'm like at work, I understand not everybody is like that, right? And
nobody want to hear that.
Nobody
want to hear that, Jennifer. What's wrong with you?
So I just try to be authentic as who I am, and I hope that reflects in the way that I carry myself. Now
that part,
that is where, and again, I'm not perfect. I'm gonna mess up, and I'm even gonna share this. Like I was going through an identity crisis last year. I'm still barely just now figuring it out. Like and the transitions. You know what I'm talking about, Clarybelle. You just became a married mom. Mom.
Married and a mom. Yeah.
Mom. And finding the identity in that because you've been for so long single, right? You were single.
I have to pass out right now.
it's a whole nother world, right? Now
it's a whole nother world.
It's a whole nother world. And Kim can relate with me. Kim's heard me vent to her and cry to her and be like, I don't know who I am. I've never been single. Let's just put that out there. I've been in relationships as long as I can remember. So for me to be single, that's a whole nother that's a whole nother monster. And and forgive me, anyone that I like now that I think back, I know how to be married. I was married for 18 years. I know how to be a wife. Like I know exactly how to take care of that.
Right.
But now I'm sitting here like, man, forgive me, single women, if I've ever told you any
look
advice.
at that. You see how your story starts to change, right? And the way that you can see other people. And you know what? I'm so glad for because we're on this topic, but I'm glad for the storms in my life and the places where it does change me and it forces to change me because it stretches me. And then I'm a better woman after that. And I see people for who they are, and I see people for what they bring. And I don't force God on people because I listen to people and I hear people out, and we all go through things, and everybody has their time and their moment when it's for them, right?
So and you know, I completely agree. What's beautiful about the two of you young ladies is when you're authentic, like you both are saying, you attract what you need, and you can help who needs you. Remember that. You attract what you need in your authenticity, and in those storms. Storms are the stretchers of life.
They
Storms are
are.
the evolutions of
Oh.
We're
life.
supposed to
Storms
have
are,
them.
they show who you are in life.
We're supposed to have them. Huh?
We
I
have
tell the
to.
girls all the
We
time, girl,
have
you better
to.
cry. Sit a while and cry
Yes,
a little bit.
you have to.
You need
Yeah.
that.
Right. And
Yeah.
reflection.
Yeah,
Do
because
it-
God
go
is
through the storm,
taking you.
reflect
Yeah.
it, learn it, and prepare, and be ready for the next one. Ride
Yeah.
it like a roller coaster.
For
And it's who you
sure.
surround yourself with, God first, and who your surroundings are,
Yeah.
will teach you how to go through each and every storm, and you will shine each and every time.
Ladies, I'm now starting to love. This sounds crazy. I'm like in those shaky moments of my life. I'm starting to love that. I mean, I'll cry it out. I'm worshiping. I'm praying, but I'm like the woman I'm about to be after this. Y'all ain't ready.
No, I ain't ready. No, and I love what you're saying, because yesterday I thought the same thing, and I said I was in my mind all day, praying and just at home because it was raining, so I didn't go out. I didn't have my kids with me, and I sat there like, man, this single life is for the birds, man. I'm just sitting here thinking like, like if I had to choose, I would not want. I love being married. I love being a wife, but I said, God, I know that there's a reason. There's a reason you're putting me through this. There's a reason I got to experience this, because
God,
I don't. And now I think about, like, how can you really serve women, right?
Wow, Jennifer, the fact that you take yourself out. See, I love women. We're just people that love to serve and nurture. Well, that comes with us.
It does.
But the fact that she's going through what she goes through, but this is the second time you said it, Jennifer. You said, now I can understand my single people, and I'm sorry if I ever you took yourself out of that. That is, girl, that is bold. And then right now you just said, what did you just say? That what did she just say? You related to to other people. You took the light out of yourself, and then you were like, but them, but the the single women.
Yeah,
right.
That's powerful.
Like being alone when you're used, like she's used to being, she's reflecting.
Yeah,
she is. That's
God is honey. When you just talked about, okay, God, when Jennifer said, okay, God, I don't know what like you're talking to him, like, because he's our father, right? What is it? Like this, how I'm feeling, and that, but Lord have mercy. What did you just say, Clarybelle? We will be the witnesses when God presents why she's going through this. Is this going to be big?
It's going to be big. God is up to
be big.
When I'm in those shaky season, I always say out loud, because our words are powerful. I'm like, God, you're up to something. You're up to something good. I don't see it, but I know behind me you're doing something. And so I gotta keep moving forward. Even if I'm sad, I'm gonna move forward sad. If I'm mad, I'm gonna move forward mad, because life is like that. It's those waves. But I've learned to accept them and be okay with them now. So people ask me, how are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm going through stuff, but I'm doing good.
Right.
I need that, because I need to be stretched. I need to be challenged. I need God to test me at every moment, because he knows who I am. I'm stubborn. I sometimes, I'm very closed. I'm closed off sometimes, and you guys don't really see that, but that's a lot of my personality. I'm very, because I hear so much and I'm around so much, and you guys, know that, Jen, you hear so much, everybody's shoulder, and then you're just like, oh, like, I would rather not. I have my own things to deal with, and I want to be there for you. But I've been learning that if the more that I'm vulnerable and the more that I show up as me, right? And this happened when I became a mom. But the more that I show up as myself, people are safe. People are safe around you. You feel safe and whole. Vulnerable.
Snapping your finger. Yeah, it's true. You feel safe around authentic people.
Yes.
Because you know what you're
going to doesn't want to feel safe.
Right.
Come on now.
And that little whisper that we ignore, when you ignore that, that's when things happen. And you're like, oh God, I should have listened. Because it's there. It tells you. You can walk in a room and your body will go.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen to that.
Listen
Listen all the time. Those voices that come, you have to. Yeah.
Oh, and we as women, we're definitely very intuitive, right? Very intuitive. Like that's one of the benefits of being a woman. Like we, being feminine. We're about our feelings. We're about intuition. We're about like, I'm feeling this, right? And that's what makes us an asset. Right?
Yes.
It makes us an asset. Like we can identify and see, I'm something is not right here and everything's like, mayday, mayday,
Sure.
like,
Right.
but that's such a great skill set to have. Like, listen to those voices, listen to the intuition, really
That's
follow your
God. A lot of times that's God. Yeah.
Absolutely,
We always
absolutely.
have the answer. We do. We
We
always have the answer. We do. We do. We do. Sometimes I
I,
don't know. I don't know. You know. You know what you need to be doing. Stop playing with
I love
yourself.
it.
Sit down
Oh,
for a while. Write your pros and cons, and let God speak.
let God
mm,
speak.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm telling you, I just love Monday morning, and I not a
Ah,
Monday morning girl, but I love the coffee chat because it sets the tone for the rest of the
it sets the
week.
tone.
yeah,
And tone, have intentionality, and this is so amazing to listen every time we have a guest on. Um, I just walk like I have when I'm driving in my car to go to my office or
Mhm.
whatever I'm doing. As soon as I close this, that woman. This experience stays all week. I just marinated it
Oh,
all
I
week.
love that.
yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah,
everybody brings something that just you have aha moments, you have inspiring moments, educational moments that
yeah,
just that
absolutely.
build and make us either something we can learn from, we can contribute to. I
Yeah, we
just
need each other. I
we
tell
Absolutely.
women
do,
all the time,
we
we
Let
do.
need each other. We
let
do.
let,
And yeah, go ahead, Jennifer.
let me
Sorry.
quickly, sorry not to interrupt.
No,
Mary,
you're
I just want to say good morning to her. She
fine,
added
Mary.
a book here, Daring
Oh,
Greatly by Brene Brown is awesome on vulnerability.
I love that.
And
wow.
then we have Jackie. She also said good morning. We have a couple other users, so I want to make sure I say good morning to the
Good
users.
morning, Facebook fam.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
But this is a great conversation about. I didn't even think we were going to get to this type of conversation today. I didn't.
On
This
Monday
always
morning at
happens on the
7 o'clock.
chat.
you know, talking about being authentic to yourself, being vulnerable, right? Like, and that makes us great leaders. That
Makes us
Yeah.
human leaders.
Yeah.
makes you
Human.
human. Yes, it makes you
Yes.
human. Like, that's one of the things that I always preach. And I was like, look, I do not say anything that I have not had firsthand experience with. I
For
can't
sure.
talk
For
about
sure.
it because
That's
Amen.
I haven't
yeah.
experienced it for
Mhm.
myself, right?
Mhm.
But I know that I can be authentic. I can offer you resources. I can connect you to whoever. But like, that has been one of the biggest ways that I've been successful. I just speak from my heart. I
Yep.
just,
That's it. And
That's
that's
it.
it.
That's
Mhm.
it.
you
Yeah.
know,
You
and
That's
know
the
what?
key.
No, I hear you. But now when I get on like lives where I have to do certain like podcasts and stuff, I remember I was on one a month ago, and the girl's like, "Do you want me to send you questions that I'm going to ask?" And I'm like, "No." And I
Yeah.
used to be like, "Oh, send me," and I want to be prepared. No, because I want to be free, and I want to talk. Ask
mm,
myself,
Amen.
and
Clarybelle, thank
I
you.
want girls
That's beautiful.
to see me for me, girl. When I start to do that now, I have the biggest weight off my shoulder. I'm like, no, Clarybelle, you're gonna show up as you. You're always gonna be you, and you're gonna say what's up, who you are, and
Right,
we're
right.
gonna take you for you. But I'm telling you, yeah, when you become a mom, a lot of things change.
They
I don't,
do.
I
It
don't have
does.
time. I don't have
Yes.
time for the things I don't have time for.
oh yeah, especially with a little 2-year-old baby. Yeah, absolutely. That's, I mean, new mom, just trying to figure out how to be a mom, how to raise the baby, how to be a wife, right? How to take care of both your husband's needs and your child's needs. Like,
The balance in that, and then where I serve in the community and the women that I show up for. Yeah, I think this year has been a year of just kind of balance. Like, I've been stretched, and God is teaching me the way that I need to balance myself, my time, but also for myself. And I love that you said that, Kim, that she taught you boundaries. Ooh,
Yep.
baby, that was a big one for me too,
Oh
because
my God,
I
but you
I
learned it young. You know what
oh
I learned when I practice, and it's for me. Always know, community, when you have a weakness,
yeah.
mhm,
you can always be better at it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's something you work on every day of your life.
mm,
Remember that. Don't, like boundaries. I didn't have the tools. Once you have the tools to help you with your weakness, you have to put them to use on a daily. It might come weekly. It might come when it shows up. But if you don't have those tools, you keep doing the same thing
over. Yeah, no,
over. So I didn't. Remember, I said I met Jennifer. I think it's been 10 years. So when I was part of the first cohort.
Wow.
And I was so excited. I went in the cohort. I'm just going to keep it real. I went in the cohort thinking, I'm just going to help Jennifer. I'm just going to do this to help Jennifer.
Wow. And did it shape you?
Yeah, because I'm older. We got to stop that, right? I was like, I'm older.
I love
I'm
that,
just
Kim.
my young sister. Like, that's
help.
What I'm going to do.
I'm here to
right?
help. Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I was like every day. I actually had one night where I was working late. I was in the car, Clarybelle, in the dark, pulled over. Okay, I'm not missing my cohort. I'm writing notes in the dark.
Oh, girl, I love that.
Oh yeah. So there was so much in it, and it was her first launching. But see what you need to work on. God brings it to you. So it was boundaries. It was conflict resolution. Those two things. There's a whole other. There's a whole bunch of stuff. But whatever you need will speak to you.
Oh, that's deep.
See, it spoke to me. I can't remember all of what Jenna, because it's an 8-week program, twice a day.
You remember that one thing.
Right. But till today, and I was the first cohort. Wow. See how it impacted your life? It impacted my life. When it impacts your life. So what do I do when I have those issues? Go back to those tools.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
You see what I'm saying? I have the tool now, and because I still struggle with it, but not like I did when I got into that cohort.
Yeah.
Wow.
You see, so be open-minded, be vulnerable. If I wasn't vulnerable to Jennifer, if I would have had that, because there's all kind of ways that you come in. Like when I went in, remember what I said? I was like, oh, I'm going to help my sister. She's such a sweetheart. I want to help her. Yeah. Girl, she helped me. So if I would have had that, I'm older, I'm going to add to this. I would have never learned anything.
I love that for you.
Right? I went in there and came out of there like, boy, this was amazing. This woman is amazing. This was a great program. And then people are watching you. I started applying what I learned. Mm-hmm. And people started, what's wrong with you, Kim? Are you upset? No, I'm not upset. I just can't do that.
Oh my God.
Because they were used to me being a yes girl, a people pleaser. And it took me 50 years. Wow. I don't want the young. I want more Clarybelles. I want more Jennifers. I want more Marys and Mels. Any young sisters out there that I'm forgetting that you're in my heart. Please, if I would have known and been around the women that I am today 10 years ago at 21. Oh, God knows. But it's never too late.
It's not. It's not. And I love that you said that like age, it does not matter.
It does not matter.
And, yeah, I know. And I don't know too much, but would you say that like the older generation is very
sometimes it's like anything. I can contribute to both of you from experience. I've had experiences because I'm almost 60 years old. Of course, I better have something I can bring. Shoot, right? But it's an exchange. Absolutely. My daughter's 23. She teaches me stuff all the time. Just because I'm her mother does not mean she can't teach me.
Absolutely.
You go, Kim. You speak to us.
She does, because this is what my mother did to me. I grew up in the you do as I say, not as I do era. Mm-hmm. No. Let's grow together. Tell me, baby, how do I deal with young people? What is their mindset? I didn't grow up with Facebook, no book, no cell phone. We had quarters. You guys don't even know what a darn. You don't even know what you put a quarter in the phone.
A payphone.
I grew up with that. My cell phone was, you better have your butt home before dark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, those kind of things. So if I stuck to that, what kind of evolution would I be as a woman, as a leader in my community? I want my age group to embrace the young people. Stop calling them lazy. Stop calling them making excuses, and understand them.
Oh, Kim, thank you. Thank you, Kim.
Understand these young people.
It is hard out here for these young people.
Did. And we just got to embrace them and love on you all and support you all and understand and grow with you and exchange.
Yeah. And just listen. Just sit and listen to people. Don't nobody want to hear you all the time in your mess. I don't care. just hear me, just listen. And I work with the young people a lot, and I'm 30 years old, but they have more problems than me. Okay,
Yes.
like, but
Yes.
just sit and listen. They just need somebody. Just put yourself. What did I need at that age? What did the young Clarybelle need? I just needed. I need somebody to sit there and listen. I really didn't need the tools then. When you're young, you don't really need all that. They don't get all that yet.
Yeah.
You just gotta be there. You gotta listen and allow them to be safe. And so I've learned that. Letting just people be and be vulnerable. When I'm vulnerable, then it gives the opportunity to the person that I'm with to be vulnerable, and then we can connect something, and something grows from that. And like you said, it stays with me for a while. And so I want to continue to be that girl. I want to show up for people that way. And so I'm grateful for conversations like this, because it stretches me, and I get to hear different perspective, and we cannot be closed-minded. So I agree.
No, inclusive. I'm inclusive with, I try to be. I'm not perfect, and God did not make perfection. I strive for excellence, not perfection, all day, every day. Every day.
And being intentional.
Across the board. I like to be inclusive with young people. I like to be inclusive in my disability. Like, I don't understand domestic violence, but like Jennifer said, I met somebody this weekend, and it's so beautiful when I know women like yourselves and communities like WISE that I have a resource to say, hey, listen, I know some ladies that can help you. I don't know what that's like. Be quiet and listen, right? Just listen and say, I have a wonderful resource. And it's so beautiful to see that smile. When just something like that, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear this, but listen, I know a community that can help you.
That's right.
And they just
really connect me.
Connect me. And and that's just, it might be something small. What is it? The mustard seed, right? It's just the mustard seed, but it grows, for sure. It grows so big. So God bless both of you, and just keep doing what you're doing. I love you. That's why I love supporting Jennifer, and I love your mom. I love, we have these kind of conversations all the time. So it's just a beautiful, life is beautiful. It's what you make it.
That's right. Absolutely.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Did Jennifer freeze on us?
Yeah, Jennifer, you're frozen.
That's
you
okay.
guys
You got a nice little.
keep talking.
Okay. So let me just ask you this before we end this. So as a fitness instructor, talk to us about that.
Oh my goodness. Working out, I always tell people working out saved my life.
Wow.
It did. I was involved in sports growing up, and I was a lot in community and team. And so the working out, the physical aspect of that was easy for me. I always went running. I did my own thing. I worked out. I made little obstacle courses at home and worked out, right? It wasn't until I got married and I started joining group classes, and they had asked me, oh, you would be really good to be an instructor. I'm like, okay. So I started to teach fitness. I've been a fitness instructor for 5 years now, but we have grown to this community of women coming together and talking about health and fitness, women showing up as they are. And it's been beautiful. I mean, the way fitness has changed with time. Now it's sort of like very trendy, but people make it so complex and so complicated, and that we have all these rules and diets, and you have to do it this way and you have to look this way, and it's we're beating ourselves up.
Amen.
And aren't we? Like,
yes,
we are, and we have to do it this way, and we have to take this many steps and this many. And I'm like, girls, just show up as you are. Let's have fun, girl. We're just coming together, working out together now we're friends, a group of friends. And we're hitting goals. We're pushing each other. We're supporting each other. Right. I mean, it's not complicated. And I've had women walk in and are like, I was so intimidated to work out. I didn't think I could do a lunge, or I didn't think I can. And I have women of all ages. Right. I didn't think I can. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to be part. I don't know where to do or where to start. And so I'm like, you know what? The things that I've learned, I'm going to bring it into this community. I'm going to, the things that I've learned in sports, or the things that I've learned in my time alone, I'm going to bring it. And I didn't know God was going to put me in a place to teach women, physical fitness and all this. But I'm simply teaching women to move their bodies and fall in love with themselves again. That's it.
Amen.
That's it. And we're having so much fun, Kim. And yesterday we had a photo shoot.
Okay.
girl, we had a photo shoot, and these girls, some of them were nervous. Like I never did a photo shoot. I don't feel my best. I said, no, we are all our best. You show up as you are. You're every day you're going through something, but you are deserving. I feel like we're all deserving of photo shoots. We're all deserving of glam day. We're all women
Glam day.
deserving
Yes.
coffee and community. And so I've been able, I always ask God, I don't know what you're up to, but I know my assignment has always been, I know God has, as a young age, hey Jennifer, as a young age, my assignment has always been to build community and in service. And so everything that I do, I know I do a lot of things, girls, but that one mission is coming together with women and teaching them to love themselves. And I learned that too, right? To reach their highest potential and be authentically themselves. If that's in fitness, if that's with a beautiful project, if that's in all that I do, it's that one mission is coming together because we need each other. And I always tell girls too, like, don't listen to the funky funk. Like, we see all the quotes and stuff. You can't trust nobody. There's no friends. All you got is you. That's not true.
That's not
true. We gotta.
Oh my God, that is so true. I'm going to share something with you. I know we're going over time, but I got to share this with you. That you brought that up. I was talking to this young lady yesterday, beautiful soul, and she's trying to start a community, right? And she's in this big organization, and she's trying to do what Jennifer does and why. So she wants a book club. She wants to do this, and all for women with domestic violence.
Yeah.
And so she's sitting across from me, and she's sharing, and I see her get a little distraught, and she's like, she's like, I don't know. I think I'm just going to throw up my hands because it's so much gossip and people kind of like women attacking women. And she's like, I don't know, maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. And I said, no, you got to keep going because I don't have that in my groups. We come together. You just got to find that community. Yeah. Make your own community. I told her. Make your own community. If you're somewhere where it doesn't resonate with you, make your own community. And I didn't know, again, that's another thing I didn't get until I was like in my late 40s, how much I love community. How powerful it is to have community and women coming together, because I was conditioned in corporate, but my heart is not corporate. And there's nothing, I'm not trying to
love that, Kim.
Yeah, my heart, I'm not demeaning corporate because there's a fit for everybody, right? There's a Cinderella shoe for everybody. It's just my foot wasn't going in that shoe. Wow, and I didn't understand it because I didn't have a guidance. I didn't have mentorship. I didn't have my parents, right? Yeah. So I had to figure this out all on my own. Experience life was Kim. Everything was a fall and get up, fall and get up. There was no one kind of guiding me. And so I always had pushback in corporate because I was about justice. I was about equality. I was about community. I was about love.
Team play.
That's awesome. That's right. That's awesome, Kim, for sharing. And sorry, I fell off a little bit. I was gone for a little bit.
Ran away.
But I know that I heard that you were promoting Clarybelle. Yes. So Clarybelle, if someone wants to get in touch with you, or where can they find you if they want to take some of your classes, your workout classes?
Sure.
Where is it?
Yes, find me. My platform, I use a lot. My audience a lot comes from Instagram. So my platform is on Instagram. I am on Facebook, but you can find us on Facebook with A Beautiful Project. That's the women group where we volunteer. We are always needing donations. We are always needing help. So come serve with us. We have August 26th. We have a huge fundraiser coming up. I would love, for the Wise to come and be part of that. So you can find us on A Beautiful Project on Facebook and on Instagram, Team Beautiful Project. And then my fitness is Bootcamp Beats Chicago. And that's my part-time job now. And it's been amazing. It's been fun. You can find me on Instagram only. But again, connect with me here on Facebook. Let's chat. Let's collaborate. And I always tell people we need each other. And to build connections like this is so powerful. And it helps us reach further. And so I'm all about collaborating and connecting with women from all organizations.
Amen. Thank you
Wonderful.
for sharing. So that is awesome. You guys reach out to her. I know that I tagged her also on the Facebook post, so feel free to reach out to her. And then we do have a meeting for those that are wondering. I'm just going to share this real quick. There's a meeting. We're going to be talking about podcasting this Saturday
Ooh.
coming up. So if anyone is contemplating on doing some podcasts, right? You want to learn how to be a podcaster.
Yeah.
July 8th, we're going to be at Jeanette Arteaga's office, a farmer's insurance office, 3300 West 63rd Street from 9 to 11. So make sure you guys come out. It's a free event, a lot of networking, all that fun stuff. So just wanted to make
I
sure
love
I
that.
shared that. Yeah.
That's
So
cool. But
thank
don't give me
you.
no more work.
No, absolutely. So thank you, Clarybelle, for
Thank
being
you,
on with
Jennifer.
us. Yes. Thank you, Kim, for co-hosting every
Thank
morning
you,
with us.
Kim.
You're
You
welcome. Thank you,
so
ladies. I love it. You all have
thank
a blessed
you.
week.
You
You too. We
too.
set the
Take
tone, ladies.
care. Yes, we
I will.
did.
Have a
All
happy
right.
4th. Have a happy 4th of
Bye.
Happy
July.
Happy 4th of
same.
July.
Yes.
Yes.